Hello once again, Wildcats. Welcome to another Coach's Corner presented by Atrium Health. Paul Roper joined by Davidson head football coach Scott Abels. The Cats get ready for Pioneer football play this week against the Marist Red Foxes. And Coach, a disappointing loss for the Cats in the home opener against Barton College, 33-31. You said right after the game on the radio that you thought there were some things that your team improved upon from the VMI game. Now that you've had time to look at the tape, what were some of the things that stuck out from Friday night's game?
Well, I think the first thing I'll address is that certainly disappointing loss, right? That's a game we should win. That's a game we're expected to win, and really at times had full control of that game, okay? So, you know, that's the first thing. I will also say, I said last week, Barton was a really good football team. I thought they were the best Division II team that we had seen in my time here, and you know, I hate it when I'm right, but I was right on that case. They are, and they were very talented. With that said, though, we did a lot of good things early. Had an opportunity to really kind of put it away there before halftime in the second quarter, and it went the other way. The second quarter got away from us, and then we're in a dogfight. And no matter who you're playing at what level, you leave people around, you let them hang around and play with you. They're going to be really excited to win a football game against, you know, a team now that has a reputation, and our guys have to learn that. You know, that's, I think, as I've said and I've thought and I've watched film, the things that I think most about are, you know, how do we get over this hump of that everyone is going to be excited to play us. A win against us now is a notch on the belt for so many programs. This week for Marist, it won't be any different, right? And so we've got to grow up, and that's really the theme coming out of the film, the game. We did some things that were much better, specifically offensively, right? Let's talk about that, right? You know, I thought week one was about defense and special teams. I think special teams was average at best this week. Defense, you know, I didn't think we played as well as we should have, and certainly didn't play as well as we did in week one. I thought offensively we played much better, but we've got to learn to play collectively as a team and really feed off one another, and that's what we got to grow into.
And speaking of that offense, player who made his first collegiate start at quarterback on Friday, sophomore Coulter Cleveland, 10 of 20, 442 yards, a touchdown, interception. What did you make of his first start on the field?
Well, I thought Coulter did a lot of good things. I think he made some young mistakes as well, right? You know, it looked like his first start in some aspects of the game. But there are times where I think everyone saw his athletic ability, right? The presence that he brings to the offense, which is one that can make some big plays. And I think that showed up for us. I was proud of Coulter. I thought he did a lot of good things, and I think he will only get better with time.
For Friday's game, a special ceremony honoring the great coach David Fagg, who is a Davidson class of 1958. And the field will be renamed for him in the new stadium. In a special way, it'll be called Field 76, 76 being his jersey number he wore while he was a football player. What does Coach Fagg's legacy mean to this program?
Well, I'm not sure there's a person, an image that has had a bigger impact in Davidson football than Coach Dave Fagg and player Dave Fagg, right, as a player. He's been instrumental from a head coach, an assistant coach, a player, a development person, raising money for the program throughout the history of his time from 1954 when he entered here, right, until today, and will continue to have that presence. We're blessed that he's been a part of this program. The program, our alums, everyone owes so much to him, and I'm excited that he'll be recognized in our new facility.
Cats get ready to start Pioneer Football League play against Marist, a team you haven't faced since 2019. So lots of turnover since these two teams last played in 2019. Both of the games that you've played against Marist in your tenure have been close games that have gone to Marist. From the film that you've seen over the recent Red Foxes, what's your scouting report on them?
Well, I think, one, they're incredibly well coached. I've always thought that. I think they do a really nice job. I think they want to be balanced on offense. They want to establish a run game, right? But they're going to keep you honest with some solid pass. And I think defensively, right, I think they have a scheme that fits them. They're similar to us, meaning, you know, they want to put some speed on the field in their back half, right? And they care about their athletic presence on the field probably more than they do their size. And so, you know, we're going to have to be prepared. They had a week off. Once again, now we're playing, this is our third straight week where we played an opponent that had extra days to prepare for us. So that means we just have to do a better job in the few days we have to prepare. And we shouldn't have a hard time getting up after our start, right? Losing 2 heartbreak games, one where we were the underdog, one we should have won, and now we open up Pioneer Place. So I think for us, we got to focus on us, right? There's enough to worry about and getting ourselves better, getting ourselves prepared for the game, and showing up ready to play our best football, which we have not done yet.
Well, we're looking forward to it to start conference play. Coach, good luck this week.
Thanks, Paul.
Your Davidson Wildcats take on the Marist Red Foxes. Each of those teams looking for their first win of the season. Marist opened the season with a loss at Georgetown. Our pregame coverage will begin on the Davidson Sports Network from Learfield and WHIP 1350 AM, 99.3 FM with the Pepsi pregame show at 12:30. Kickoff at 1 p.m. from the Hudson Valley. My name is Paul Roper. He's head coach Scott Abel. We thank you for joining us for another week of Coach's Corner presented by Atrium Health.